Good evening, class. My name is Akeem Davis, and I'm back with another speech. The title of the speech is Benefits of Playing Casual Video Games. Like I start with my other speeches, I will start on a quote, and I quote, "My mom didn't let me play video games growing up, so now I do. Gaming gives me a chance to just let it go, blow someone up, fight anybody from another dimension. It's all escapism." Wayne Brady. I actually can look up to that quote. Okay. I have a question before I start the speech. Um, what do you know about video games? A lot of people say that video games damage the brain. It destroys your mind, your body inside, but actually that's not true. There's a lot of positive qualities that come with playing video games. Have you ever played a video game while you're stressed or depressed, um, and then it just goes away, like without you even noticing? That's the power of video games. So I'm going to start on this speech right about now. Okay? Let me explain to you what video games are. Video games are computer-generated entertainment. That's what video games are basically. It's CPU, power, you put it together, everybody play video games. A lot of people can play at once. So it's not just one player games, it's up to 8, it could be up to 100 people. Doesn't matter. Does playing video games help you in any type of way? Yes, it does. It helps your body structure, helps you with your stamina if you play. It helps you with your mental capabilities. It's really, really a lot of good qualities when playing video games. Okay? How can you play these video games? There's a lot of systems. There's cell phones, there's computers, there's Xbox Ones, there's PS4s, there's Nintendo Switches. There's a lot of ways that you can play these video games. Why do we play video games? It's to escape reality, personal enjoyment, and games is just overall fun. So games are the best thing, in my opinion, in the whole entire world. There are different casual video game genres. There's always a genre. We can't just go around and play any game. It's dependent on the genre of the person. I can give you some examples. Fighting games is my favorite genre. So it's like games like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, King of Fighters. There's action games like Resident Evil, Gears of War, Call of Duty. And there's also like games that help you with your body, like Dancing Revolution. There's the Wii U Fit if you want to get into exercising. There's a lot of tons of multiple genres you can choose from. Areas on the brain that casual video games influence. It can influence body measurements or body movements. It can train your mental senses, and it can also distract you from any chronic pain the player is going through. You can be really sick and play video games, and next thing you know, you forget that you're sick. And that is the great wonders about video games, in my opinion, which will benefit a person to keep pushing forward with their lives. Let's move on. How can video games reduce stress? That is the question. Maybe it's on your mind. I can tell you that in multiple ways, but I'm just going to give you two. It changes your personal mood, because if you play a video game while you're mad at work or somebody just mess with you, you can just visualize. You can visualize like doing what you want to do to them, not physically, but in the video game you can do it. Or it can provide you with stress management, as in it can woosah. It can bring your stress levels lower than whatever stressful situations you were going through. Games that benefits the human brain. That's the most important thing. The games can improve your hand and eye coordination. It actually can improve your reaction time, and it increase your intellect and cognitive memory. If you don't understand what that is. Okay, let's move on to the notes that I have here. Now the next topic that we're talking about is the statistics part of it. I have my notes to the side because I don't want to hold the notes. About 100% of gamers use video games, casual video games, to reduce stress. About 70% of them play games for cognitive exercise. 50% about them play based off of memory strengthening. 20% of them is on basically normal entertainment, and about 15% to 10% it's used from chronic pain, like I was explaining earlier, to mentally get away from what pain they're going through at this particular time. There are games that actually change your senses. I will tell you the examples about that now. There are Google Brain games. It increases your intellect. It's easy to pick up, but it's really hard to master. So games like Candy Crush, where you go through the first few levels, it's like easy, and then you get to like level 100 and something. Now you're sitting there for like hours figuring out how to beat this puzzle. That is where that comes into play, and it improves your multitasking skills, because it requires you to think, and then on top of you thinking about your next move, the time is running down, so you're thinking about the time and your next move, so you're doing two things at once if you don't realize it. The next example will be fighting games. My personal favorite is Street Fighter 5. It improves your hand and eye coordination, because when you have to watch your opponent and also get the right hit in, or if he throws an attack, you got to know when to block. So it really works on your hand and eye coordination. And it's really addictive and easy to play. I've been playing for years, so I totally love that game. It's one of my favorite game genres of all time. So the next one I would discuss with you is called first-person shooters. First-person shooters are required for you to use your hand and eye coordination and your vision and your judgmental skills in order to be very good at the game. It improves your reaction time. It requires skill and luck. Yes, it does, because you can have the skill and no luck, you still get murdered in that game. And it's hard to pick up. So a casual player who's used to playing brain games can't just jump into Call of Duty. You have to gain that skill in order to even compete with other people who also have that skill or be on your skill level. The last on that list is RPGs. It's role-playing games. Games like Final Fantasy VII. It improves your decision-making skills, because your enemy is attacking you, and you have to think really quick on if you want to attack, defend, use your magic, use your health potion on your party. There's a lot going on in that particular, probably like 3-4 minute battle that is just beyond crazy. And then using your creative skills, like in changing your costumes and chant beasts and names, whatever the case may be. RPGs work on that. It really helps you bring out your creativity. Here's the conclusion, the end of the speech. There's a genre for everyone. There's any skill level. It could be from the beginner skill level, the intermediate skill level, and I like to play the very difficult skill level. I like playing video games on the hardest level. So that's just my personal opinion. But I know you have other, you might want to play easy, you might want to play something light, you might want to play something challenging. Anyone can play anybody. It can be your 10-year-old kid. It can be your 3-year-old nephew. It can be strangers in the street who can just walk around and play games. It could be your teacher, who don't never play games before. And, you can not only enjoy the entertainment of gaming, but you also sharpening your skills mentally. Dancing games, you're doing both at the same time, because, you got to look at the arrows, and you have to hurry up and match your feet. Your hand and eye coordination, your feet coordination with the beat at the precise time. Any questions? If you have any questions, feel free to write on the comment section below. Thank you so much for listening to my speech on how casual gaming can help you improve body-wise or whatever. What's the benefits of these games? So now I hope you understand the love that I have in video games. This is Akeem Davis, and thank you so much for watching my video. Good night.